For my final reality check of 2023, I want to deliver this message to young women everywhere in the hopes that they open their eyes and realise just how little the modern feminist movement cares about them. We've seen it time and time again from modern feminists siding with trans activists over females fighting to protect sex-based rights and spaces, to their total abandonment of women living under Islam. It's sadly undeniable that instead of focusing on what is in the best interests of women, modern feminism has become a political movement that merely uses women to push a hard left agenda. Issues of great importance are ignored if politically inconvenient, while trivial issues are inflated and inflamed. We saw that in Australia when feminists even criticised ex-PM Tony Abbott's paid parental leave proposal. I mean, that was undoubtedly good for women, especially professional women wanting to start families. But then we saw those same feminists hyperventilating with rage over Tony Abbott's supposed misogyny because he looked at his watch and there was that time that he winked during a radio interview. But I've got to say, even I, who has long called out the hypocrisy and intellectual dishonesty of these pretenders, even I've been shocked by the callousness with which so many feminists and their beta male allies are treating the events of October 7, namely the mass rape, torture and slaughter of Israeli women. And we'll have more on that in the next hour with some examples of high-profile feminists ignoring the plight of these brutalised women. The same feminists who see rape culture everywhere ignore it where it actually exists, just like they ignored the rape culture behind the Rotherham child sex abuse scandal. They ignore mass suffering because in their warped worldview, the perpetrators are the oppressed and the victims are the oppressors. That's their neo-Marxist ideology, and sadly it trumps any concern they have for women.